Welcome to a 10-minute bedtime yoga stretch to help you wind down for the evening. We'll start in our Tadasana, our mountain pose, coming to standing on our mat, letting the shoulders fall down and back, letting the palms rest, and we'll just take some neck rolls to loosen out through the neck. Dropping one ear to one shoulder, letting the chin fall down to the chest and moving the other ear up to the opposite shoulder. You can take these in a full circle if that feels comfortable in your neck today. Maybe stopping in any spaces that feel good. Taking it in both directions. And we'll come into a side body stretch. So let the left hand reach down the leg and the right arm will come up and over, pushing the right hip out to the side. Before we take that to the other side, right hand coming down to the leg, left arm up and over. Maybe the gaze lifts here too. And we'll just expand on that a little bit. So we're going to take the right leg behind the left before taking the right hand up and over, taking the side body stretch again. And there's the option to let the gaze lift. Coming back to standing, bringing the left foot behind the right, and letting the left hand come up and over, leaning in to the right side. Lovely. Just coming to standing now, we can take the feet maybe mat width distance or slightly narrower. We're going to move into our ragdoll fold, hinging at the hips, bringing the nose towards the knees, belly towards the thighs. Taking a generous bend in the knees here, just to give some space to your back, letting the belly come towards the thighs. You can have one hand on either elbow or let the hands hang heavy, and we'll just rock side to side. Coming back to the breath here, taking the breath low and deep into the belly, feeling your chest and your torso rise slightly off your legs on the inhale and fall closer on the exhale. Bringing our hands to the mat, we're going to slowly lower ourselves to a comfortable seat, bringing the soles of the feet to touch, coming into our butterfly posture. We'll softly hold on to the ankles here, letting the spine come tall, keeping the head lifted for a couple breaths, and just pausing here. On our next exhale, we're going to slowly lower our chest towards the ground, letting the head hang heavy, letting go of any concern about how far you're folded. Taking the breath again, nice and deep into the lower belly, into the back. On an inhale, we'll slowly use our hands to walk ourselves back up to seated, bringing our legs out in front of us. Bending into the left knee, the left sole of the foot touching the right leg, and we'll slowly fold over that straightened leg. You can have your right knee bent here to any degree that's comfortable, allowing yourself the space to fold. Finding ease in the pose here, not forcing yourself anywhere. Just letting your hands fall wherever they land. Coming back to notice your breath and how it feels in this posture. Inhaling, using your hands again to walk you up. Hugging that left knee into the chest and wrapping your right arm around you, coming to a twist. Left hand behind you for support. Inhale, taking the spine nice and tall. Exhale, see if you can twist round to the back of the mat a little bit more. Gorgeous. Taking the breath deep into the belly. Coming back to center, we'll take that over to the other side, bringing the sole of the right foot in to meet the left thigh and folding over towards that left knee. Again, taking any bend that you need and just releasing down towards that leg. As we soften here, seeing if we can let go of any of the tension and the stress that we're still holding on to from our day. Using our exhale to help us find some more ease. On your next inhale, using your hands to walk you up to a tall spine, letting the right foot plant and hugging the knee into the chest. Wrapping your left arm around the knee and the right hand comes behind you to help that length come to your spine. Exhale, maybe the gaze follows towards the back of the mat. And simply just becoming aware of your breath. Inhale, coming back through to center. We'll take a comfortable seat, maybe crossing the legs as we move into our Sufi circles, taking the torso round in a clockwise motion. And you can take these as wide or as narrow as you like, feeding into the hips, letting the chest come broad at the front, rounding the spine on your way back. And take these in the other direction just to come through both ways. Bringing your hands forward onto the mat and rolling over onto all fours. Wrists coming underneath your shoulders, knees underneath your hips. We'll drop the belly, coming into our cow pose, letting the gaze lift. And we'll take a couple breaths here, stretching out through the spine, keeping the heart space open. And exhaling, starting from the tailbone, we'll round through the spine, bringing the chin to the chest. Moving into our cat pose, and again taking a couple breaths in this posture. Inhale, dropping the belly, letting the chin and the gaze lift, coming back to cow pose. Rounding the spine, letting the chin come back to the chest. Coming back to a neutral spine, we'll slowly walk the hands out, keeping the hips atop of the knees, letting the heart melt down towards the earth. Letting your forehead rest down to the mat, or maybe your chin if the space is there. Bringing your awareness back to the breath, and noticing how it might differ in this posture to one previous we've done today. Using your inhale to walk your hands back up through to tabletop as we sink the hips back down towards the heels for child's pose. You can take your knees as wide or as close together as is comfortable for you, and let your belly sink down towards your thighs or in between them, letting the hands stretch out in front. Hips sinking heavy towards the heels, and letting your forehead or your cheek rest on the mat. Bringing the breath down into the back of your body, into your belly, letting the waistband of your trousers expand on the inhale, and feeling your body sink heavier into the mat on your exhale. If you're resting your cheek on the mat, bring the opposite side down now to let the neck rest in both directions. And softly we're going to use our hands to walk us up to a kneeling position, coming into our hero's pose. Letting the spine come long and the hands full palm face up in the lap. Just closing off today's practice, coming to the breath once more. Maybe having one hand on the heart and one hand on the belly. Thank you for practicing with me this evening.